Hello, and here is how to make a basic intro for your YouTube channel or any other thing you want. So let's get started. So this is the basic startup file, or the basic, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to delete this cube by clicking X, or over here clicking delete, deleting it. To move around, you use your middle click and go like that. To move sideways, you just shift and middle click, and to zoom it's scroll. Okay, so now let's add some text. So we're gonna click spacebar. We're gonna say add text. So now it added some text. What? I just want to, to highlight an object, you right click it, and so I'm going to right click this, and you can left click and grab one of these arrows and move it around. Move it. And here we go. So now we want to change this text. So to do that, press tab, and we're going to delete this, and we're going to, what are we going to say? How computers speak, like that. Then press tab again to get out of that. Now I'm just going to move this over here. Now I don't really like this, and I want this to be facing me, so the camera will be like here, and I want the text to face me. So I'm going to click the R, which is rotate, and then click the Y, not Y, I'm sorry, click X, and which is so that'll make it me able to rotate the text on the X-axis, and then I'm going to say 90, which will make it upright like that. So this click again, like click over here, and it'll get out of that rotation mode, and so now we have this. So now I want to make it more 3D looking. So I'm going to go over to this F, which is basically text, and I believe that it's text, isn't it? Maybe it's let me just find which one it is. 1 second. Yeah, it's text. I'm sorry. So it's the F. So click on that F over here. Sorry, phone. Sorry about that phone if you guys hear it. But now we're gonna do extrude. Extrude will make it so this will be more 3D and it'll like pop out a little. So I like to do it at 0.15, like that. So now it's kind of more 3D. And depth, you can do depth, and it, like, if you do a lot of depth, it doesn't really look good. Whoa. Alright, yeah, that doesn't really look good, unless you want it like that, which I don't think you do. So 0.0001. So I like to add a little depth because it makes the edges kind of curved, and it makes it look nice. Alright. Next, you can add the resolution. It just makes it sharper when you render it, but then that'll make it longer to render, or harder to render, because it'll take longer. And offset, just don't worry about that. It's just, well, you could, it like enlarges the text, but now, what's next? So now we want to make our world. So I'm going to make my world by spacebar, say add plane. We're going to add a plane. Now we're going to So we're going to resize this by clicking S, and this will size it like that. And I'm just going to make it perfect. Beautiful. Now I want to add color to my text. So I'm going to click this, go over to this material, and click New. And so it'll create all this. So you want to click under this one, the first first box. It should be white. Click on that white box and change it to whatever color you want. I'm going to do purplish. Okay, now we have this purplish thing. And now, if we render the image, it looks like that. I mean, it's not bad looking, but it could definitely get a lot better. So, I'm going to delete this camera because we're going to reposition it. So, clicking X, click delete, or going over here, like I said before, delete. And we're going to say, I'm going to go to view and go to front view. And so I'm going to say add camera, like that. That didn't, it's supposed to go where I wanted to, whatever, but you can change it around like this. Probably want this to go out more because the text is a lot longer. Let's see if it gets all the text in there. Yeah, alright. Actually, we can go in a bit more. Okay, that's good enough for now. So as you can see, the lighting is pretty bad and it just looks better. So to fix this, one, we don't want this gray sky because the gray sky just doesn't look good. It looks like an evil thing. So in this tutorial, it's going to be like a black world. You can have any other things. So maybe I'll try another time how to do like a sunset horizon or something like that. So go over to this world tab. Go over to world. This tab over here. You don't really have to select anything. And then see this horizon color. Click on the horizon color. And I'm going to change this horizon color to black. So now, when we render the image, the sky is black. So now it doesn't look good because just the text is pretty black and not really bolded. So you can do this a few ways. I will do all these ways, but moving the light source. So I'm going to move this light source over here. So now it should look better. It looks better, but still looks kind of bad. Whatever. Now we have that. And we're going to select the text. And we're going to go over to this, I believe it's, yeah. I'm going to go over to, no, I'm sorry. Go back to world. We're going to change this, make sure you highlight the text and click indirect lighting. Lighting. Yeah, so now we're going to render the image. Alright, okay. So it hasn't done anything yet because we have to make this glow. So we've done that, step one. Now what we need to do is go over to material again and change the emit, right? Emit to however high you want. Change it to 1. Let's see how 1 looks. 1. 1. Yeah, that's okay. Let's try 2. It'll be really bright here. So now let's check it out. Nice. Now that just really glows and it looks really cool. But now this light is kind of messing us up. So we're going to delete this light. Now, if we look at this, it's like it's glowing and the text is producing its own light. It's really cool. Now, let's say I want to animate this. So I'm going to have this text explode. No, not explode. How about let's look at our options. Let's have it, probably do more. You can make it, what's quick for, I don't know. We'll do explode. We'll try a couple things. So first what you want to do is change this text and change it into a mesh or an object. So it will no longer be text and you can no longer change the text. So make sure you've changed the text to what you want it to be, and then click object, object, convert to mesh from curve, surf, whatever, text. Alright, click that. So now this is an object. It doesn't look like anything's happening, but it actually did do something. So now we're going to click object and quick effects. We'll do explode for now. So now we have this little icon bar that appeared over here. It didn't appear here. It should be something like this. Click this little arrow to extend it. So amount of pieces, I want 200 pieces. I want a lot of pieces. So duration, how long it will happen for. So I guess I'll go a 250. Start frame, I want to start at frame 40 so people get to see the text for a little bit before it explodes. And then end frame, yeah, that's fine. Outward velocity, this could be checked. You could just do it however you like. And now let's check it out and see how it looks. Okay, so we have one problem. It looks nice, it explodes. But we want to get this so this text or these shards bounce off this, or just change the physics so this so it just doesn't fall through the floor. So we're gonna select the text and make this bigger, and click this physics thing. And collision, so make it a collision object and select the plane and make it also a collision object. So now when we play this, it should work. Yep, so now it's starting to bounce off and it's bouncing away. Now it's going to fall off. Yep. Cool. Now that we have that, we can render it, or we can do something more. So we can animate the camera so it's like moving, and yeah. So I'm gonna have the camera move across the screen and then zoom back out. So I'm gonna start the camera. I just try to find the position you want where you want the camera to start. Oh, I think that's too close. Is that too close? Maybe a little over to the side. Okay. So we want to have this our start frame. So we don't want this to start at 0. So press the I and visual lock rotation scale. Click on that, and we'll make our first keyframe. Now I'm going to have the next frame at 30. So click this record and that. Right click on this 30, and then move this like that. How many was that? Alright, click on that. Yeah, I did it too slow. Okay, so now we're going to want to make this go by faster. So at frame, when does it start? It starts exploding at frame 50? 45. No, 40. No? 35. Alright. $40. Okay, whatever. Okay, we'll just say it's 40. So we want this at this to go all the way. Let's see if it gets to speak. Oh, close. Almost. There you go, that should be good. Okay, cool. Now we're going to press the 0 for you guys, but this doesn't work for me. So camera, we're gonna watch this real quick. It's probably gonna move very fast. I'm not sure if you'll be able to read it, but well, you can make it slower and however you want it. So after it starts exploding, which is gonna be at 40, I'm gonna right click here, and I want this camera to start moving out, and at 60, it's gonna go out even more. And at 80, then it's gonna start moving really fast. Bang. Sweet. And an image. Nice. Alright. So we're gonna go into 0 mode, camera mode, and we're gonna watch it. Let's see how it looks. Alright. So I'm gonna render this real quick while I pause the recording, and we'll see how it looks. And this is basically just a template on how to basically use it. Then you may do whatever you want. I'll also have a template for this and a download of this Blender file in the description so you can work off this. But if you do use this exact one, please give me credit in the comments. Not the comments, I'm sorry, the description in your video. So I'm going to pause this and I'll get back to you in a second. Hey guys, so I finished the render and I'm back, and this is what it looks like. So I haven't played it yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like. Is that the wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. That is the wrong one. That was one I was doing before. Here's the right one. Here we go. Whoa. Alright, that's too fast. Okay. So I'm going to bring this into iMovie. Oh, it's right here. And I'm going to slow it down so I can see the words. Desktop. There we go. Okay, so we're going to delete this. I got this music over here from freemusicforvideos.com, and let's watch this. Okay, so we have this imported, and we want to slow this down. This isn't really an iMovie tutorial, but if you want to know how to use iMovie, click this little, or slow it down, you click this little gear, and clip adjustments, and change the speed, and I'm just going to change the speed by... No, let's see if this is better. Is that still too fast? Maybe that's still too fast. I'll go even slower. 41 seconds. Okay. Now it's kind of choppy. So let's make it not as choppy, and we'll make it 40. See how that looks. 40%. That's a lot better. You know, I kind of did it with the camera. Maybe that was a mistake, but you guys can change the camera and animate the camera however you guys want to. So okay guys, so likes are really appreciated, so thanks for watching.